Hi guys, my name is Miranda Namias and I am a systematic marketing expert. So today I want to share something really freaking cool with you guys. So I heard about this new program, this new tool, and I instantly knew that I just had to let you guys know about it because it is the coolest thing ever. So if you know anybody who does social media, who's a social media manager, make sure you share this video with them because this is a game changer when it comes to social media, whether you are managing your own accounts or you're managing client accounts. This tool is going to be extremely useful and beneficial for you. So stick around and watch the rest of this training / tutorial type of video. I'm going to be showing you guys behind the scenes into the back end of this tool because it's so cool that you almost can't like grasp how cool it is until you see it in action. So that's why I wanted to share this with you in a video. And I also have a blog post which you can click the link above, which goes into detail about how to perform a social media analysis for yourself or for your clients. And this tool is a tool that you can use to help you with this analysis. So now I'm going to just kind of introduce you guys to this tool. So the name of the tool is actually Cue Mocha, and I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it before, but I had not heard of it before until recently. They reached out to me and I was like, what is this tool? Like, I've never heard of that before. But it sounded so interesting because they told me about how they're using AI technology to figure out how your account is performing and what your subscribers are interested in seeing from you. And so I had to sign up for a demo because it just sounded so cool. So I did, and then I immediately was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. So you guys can go check it out. I just put a little bit of an easy link above. It's mirandanamias.com/QMocha. You can click on that link and go check it out. But I'm going to actually show you guys behind the scenes of it right now so you can get sort of an understanding of how the tool works and how it's going to help you. So, but they do have a free report. You can click the link above and go get your free report card from them. So that part is free, but if you want to use it like long term, it is, there is an expense. Gosh, I don't even know what it is off the top of my head. I don't even care. Like, it's that good. I'm just paying for it. So, okay, let me share with you guys my screen. So I did this part first because it does take a couple of minutes for your account to actually load in. So you just go in here and you click sync Facebook or sync Instagram, and you just enter in your like account name, like your username, and it pulls up your accounts. And then it takes a couple of minutes to kind of analyze the data. It analyzes your past 300 posts. So if you have more than that, it's not going to analyze like every single post you've ever posted. But I feel like 300 is a good number for you to get an accurate kind of bird's eye view of your account based on the last 300 things that you've posted, which is quite a lot. So I think that's more than enough. And then basically, so it takes a couple of minutes for it to like fully analyze, and then you get your report card. So you can see here that my accounts are doing like, they're doing okay, but I'm actually kind of excited that I didn't get like an A+, because if I got an A+, that would basically mean, you know, there's nothing for me to improve. But because I'm sort of like middle of the road, I can see clearly here that there are some things I'm doing well and also some things that I'm maybe not doing as well in. So this is awesome because it gives me some clear areas to focus in where I can improve my accounts and make sort of better decisions about what I'm sharing, all of these things, which I'm going to show you in even more detail, so that I can hopefully get more followers and also specifically more engagement. So engagement is super important to me. It's like the biggest number that I focus on. I really want to make sure that I'm engaging all of my followers and giving them content that they really enjoy. So this tool is like the ultimate tool that's going to teach you how to get better engagement from your followers. So I'm really going to focus in on Instagram today because I think that Instagram, I mean, personally, that's just my preference over Facebook page, but I also just think that it gives you the same type of data, but I feel like you guys are going to be more interested in Instagram anyway, so we're going to focus on Instagram today. So as you can see, my Instagram account is currently getting a C+, but like I said, I'm happy about that because I want to be able to improve. And so if you click on that C+, it brings you to this page where it actually walks you through like how to improve your grade, but I'm going to show you that today anyway. And then it goes into more detail about the top 3 things that you're doing well and also the 3 things that you're doing not as well. And you can actually go in here and find any particular post in the last 300 posts that you've shared, and it'll analyze like that particular post. But and then you can go over here and click report card, and it actually like gives you individual letter grades in each like individual area, which I thought was kind of cool because not only do you get, you know, your like overarching letter grade, but then you get a letter grade in each like subset of an area as well. And then, so this thing that they have here, they call it your custom recipe, and it's basically, again, just the things that you're doing best and the things that you're not doing as good in. So now I'm going to go through this report card. There's actually so much data that they give you that I don't have time to go through everything that they give you because it's literally so much data. But I'm going to give you like a couple of things that really stood out to me as being like super helpful to know about my account. So let's see. And this is going to be totally custom for you. Like the data and information that I am gleaning from this report is personalized to me. So anything that I'm saying like I'm not doing as well in, or I am doing well in, don't take that as like you should be doing this on your account or you shouldn't be doing this on your account, because it totally is like completely 100% custom to you and your audience. So you're going to want to go on here and get your own report because your data is going to be completely different than my data. This is just an example of the type of suggestions that they give you based on my audience. So the first thing that caught my eye was this. So there's like these different subsets, and then so I'm going into the time category, and then within that there is multiple different things that you can click on as well, but I'm going into time and frequency. So this is something that stood out to me because I typically always just post once a day, every day. And I thought that that was fine, but when I go in here, it's actually saying that the couple of times that I have posted twice in one day, where that is actually performing better than all of the times that I only posted once in a day. So my like whole Instagram strategy is based on like, okay, I post one time a day. Like that's just something that is sort of like, duh, I've never even thought about changing that. So having this say that like I should be posting more frequently is like blowing my mind, because I never even considered that as like an option, and it's really suggesting that I should do this. So I think I'm going to totally reevaluate the strategy of how I'm scheduling content out on my account and switch it up and see, maybe I should start posting 2 times a day and see what that does and how that affects my engagement and follower growth and all of that stuff. So the next thing that stood out to me is under caption length. So there's all of these other ones that you can look at: the topic, the theme, the sentiment. Like, guys, It goes into details. It gives you all the deets. This tool is so freaking cool. I love it. Okay, so under caption length, I thought that this was really interesting because it looks like primarily my posts fall into the very long category, but that actually my long and medium ones do the best, and especially the medium ones. And if you click on it, it'll actually give you the specific character count. So it wants me to use somewhere between 71 and 125 characters, which is like really specific, but that is doing way better on my account than any other any other amount of words. So I thought that that was super interesting because I know that I tend to write longer posts, but that's actually not doing as well. So this is crucial, super valuable information for me to have, because now I can go into like my post scheduler and maybe edit these posts so that they're shorter and they fall into this 71 to 125 character range, which, oh my gosh, like so helpful. I can't wait to implement that. And so the next thing that popped out to me is under image brightness and contrast. And so guys, the image stuff is really cool. It gets kind of crazy. You can look at like colors, so like specific colors that you use, and then color palette, brightness and contrast, location, image tags. It gets real crazy. So the one that I thought was most interesting was the brightness and contrast for my account, because I just noticed a big difference. So it's saying when I use like these high brightness, high contrast posts, that it likes it better. So these are ones that have like a lot of contrast. Like you can see, it gives you these examples of like the posts that fall into this category, and it's saying that it does not like this category. So this is like more of like a medium contrast, and you can see there's like a big difference between these types of posts, which are more that medium contrast. Like it's actually giving you accurate data. It's not just saying medium contrast and it's like not actually medium contrast. It is. I would call this a medium contrast, and then these ones I would call that a high, like a high contrast. So it's giving me that valuable data that maybe these images with like the less amount of contrast, they aren't performing as well. So I need to go in to my like stock photo like folder in Google Drive that I pull these images from, and maybe get rid of some of the ones that are more in that medium contrast zone, because those don't perform as well on my account. So I really shouldn't be using them. Alright, the next one I thought was interesting. I mean, there's all of these different ones, so like I said, I can't show you all of them because literally it would take me forever, but I'm going to show you next hashtags, best hashtags. So we'll actually show you some of the hashtags that you're using on your account, and it'll show you the ones that are performing well and the ones that aren't performing as well. So it likes when, I don't know why it's saying 0 here, I think it's just like glitching out on me, but it really likes when I use hashtag business babe, and it really doesn't like it when I use hashtag women supporting women. So I actually have like a hashtag document that I use to, when I'm posting on my account, I just kind of like copy and paste from the hashtag document. So I'm actually going to send this over to my social media manager and be like, delete women supporting women hashtag from the hashtag document, because it does not like it when I use that one. So I thought that this was super cool. And I think that also if you're like experimenting with different types of hashtags, like you can come back here and so if you go up to your report, the dashboard where it originally gave you your report card data, after you make changes, so I would give it like a bit, like a couple of weeks, go in and hit the refresh, and then it will like refresh your data and reanalyze and see if your grade went up, see if your individual letter grade went up or down. I think that that's an awesome, like really easy way to see if you're doing better, if you're doing worse. So I think this is like crazy helpful. So the next thing that I want to show you guys is the next cool feature that they have, which is the coolest thing ever. Competitor comparison profiles. So basically what you can do is you can add your own accounts up here, also your client accounts or whoever you're managing the account for. And then down here you can add competitor accounts. So basically these are just your competitors or whatever. So I picked like a random account that I thought you guys would probably know. So the Boss Project, they aren't necessarily like my competitor. I just chose this account to give you an example of what that looks like. So literally it gives you all of the same data, but for your competitor account, which is like so juicy, right? So good. So they actually have the same grade as me, which I was kind of like, oh, ha, 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 like cool, we're doing about the same. They have 40,000 followers. I only have 10,000. Whatever. So yeah, I clicked on their account data, and so basically they give you that same thing, like the things that they're doing well and the things that they're doing not so well. So I just wanted to show you a couple of things that stood out to me on their account information here. So let's see. In their post type, this I thought was like super interesting. I didn't have any data in this section because I only post photos. So I don't use carousel, I don't use video or anything like that. But they do. And their carousel posts and their video posts actually strongly do not perform as well compared to their static photo posts. So this actually almost like validated the fact that I do only post photos because you know, people say videos perform really well on Instagram, but this is not the case for everybody. People can't make broad statements like that because it totally depends on your audience. Now, Boss Project's audience does not like it when they share videos on Instagram. This is really important information that they could really take and run with on their account and make their account perform better. So I thought that was like so cool. So next, you can go into, so they post a lot more faces on their account than I do. Like usually if I'm posting a face, it's myself. So there wasn't really a lot of data in that section for me, but for them, they actually post quite a few different faces. So I thought that this was particularly interesting because they do share so many faces. But in this, again, this is AI. It's not supposed to be like, nobody is judging you. This is the computer telling you. This is like the little robots telling you what is doing better and what is not doing better. I thought it was interesting that when they share, so there's two ladies, I think, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at names. So I think it's Abigail and Emily, right? So, Emily, when they share pictures of her face versus Abigail's face, so it's two women that run the account, they get more likes when they share pictures of Emily versus Abigail. So that is like, first of all, that's like hella insulting, but I thought it was interesting because, yeah, that is kind of rude of the computer to say that, but this could be really helpful for them when they're sharing posts, or even like when they're doing their next photography session. Maybe they want to like have more photos of her or more photos where she's more centered. I don't know like what they could pull from this, but I just thought it was interesting. And I also thought it was interesting that other people, so when they share photos of other people, that like definitely does not perform well. So they really do like photos of Abigail and Emily a lot more than when they share photos of other people. So I thought that, I mean, that makes sense, but I thought that it was interesting because they do have quite a few posts of other people on their account. Let's see. The next thing I thought was interesting was in their caption length. So this is something I also looked at for myself, but I thought it was interesting for them as well. Hold on, it's just loading. Just a second. here we go. Okay, so my one that did the best was medium, but theirs that did the best was long. So you can see how even though we're their account and my account were both in sort of like the online business overall niche, it's not something where, you know, in that niche everything is going to be the same. Like their longer captions did better and my medium captions did better. So the longer ones is like between 181 to 360 words, and so it actually did a lot better than theirs. They also tend to be wordy just like me, and their very long ones are not performing as well. So that is interesting. Oh, and again, you can actually like switch back and forth between accounts up here, and oh, it's not letting me select another brand because I only have one competitor brand on here, but I think if I come on, click. Okay. Sorry, it's not letting me, but it's like easier to, it's really easy to like compare two accounts together. Here we go. Okay, so I can compare them to me like right next to each other too. So I just thought that was really cool because like you can let's see, let's look at caption length again. It'll just show you like right there, like, okay, theirs is long, mine is medium, and we both don't do well when we do very long posts. So it's really cool that you can like directly compare the two as well. Like you can stay on the same screen and look at both two different accounts at the same time. And then the last thing I wanted to look at on their account was the theme of their captions, which again was really interesting to me. And I thought that this would it gives like very good information. So, let's see, their audience really likes when they post about another episode. So this, is like their podcast episode, like another episode of their Strategy Hour podcast. So I thought their audience like really likes when they come out with new podcast episodes. So that's super cool. But then they also really didn't like when they posted free ticket. So they've actually been posting a lot about this product powerhouse summit. And it looks like their audience may not be super interested in that because it's getting a lot less engagement than their other accounts. And then also I just quickly wanted to go into the hashtags area. I thought that this part was really cool because they have their own like hashtag that they use. So I like to use hashtag systematic marketing, and they have their own hashtag as well. So they were previously called Think Creative Collective. So the hashtag that they used to use a lot for their account was hashtag TCC Tribe. And now they use hashtag Boss Project. So, sorry, it's taking a long time because I have this compare thing going on. Let me see if I can just show the best. Okay, well, it'll show up in a second. But basically, it was saying that the Boss Project hashtag performed a lot better for them than the TCC Tribe hashtag did, which I thought was interesting because they did just recently change their name. So it sounds like that name change is really resonating with their audience, and that was a good decision. So it's not necessarily, that information isn't going to really help them moving forward to improve their performance, but I did think that was interesting to sort of like validate that decision that they made to change their name, because the Boss Project hashtag is really resonating with their audience. You can see here what I was talking about. The TCC Tribe here is not doing as well as the Boss Project, which is one of their better performing hashtags. So yes, that is pretty much the gist of this new tool, which I'm so excited about, you guys. I mean, I've been using it and I've been able to gather a lot of data already. It's crazy, and I can't wait to implement it on my account and see how much my account improves. So I'm probably going to come back and do like an update video for you guys based on the changes and things that I did on my account to make it better. But guys, if you want to go ahead and get access to this tool, you can go to the link above, which is just mirandanamias.com/QMocha. And you can also use the code Mirandanamias, all in lowercase, no spaces, to get 30% off if you decide to sign up for one of their free plans. But if you click the link above, you can just get your free report card, which gives you access to most of the data that I showed you today. It just doesn't give you long-term kind of, like you can keep coming back and getting new data. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this tool with you guys, and I hope that you thought it was as awesome as I did, because it is one of the coolest things ever, and I'm so excited for you guys to use it and use it for yourself and use it for your client accounts and just get really amazing results from using this data to improve your account performance. So that is all I have for you today. Go ahead and check out QMocha, and I'm so excited for you guys to use this tool.